Morning folks, a Sanasino Trail report from here at Saddle Junction, about 8,100 feet. Today is Wednesday the 8th of April 2020, about 10:30 in the morning, and as you can see we've had a decent fresh snow overnight. I've been at various locations on the trail system and on the PCT in the last couple of days. This storm system initially was a bit of a dud. The early forecasts had suggested that most of the snow would be on Monday and Tuesday. Monday was largely rainfall, including even up to here. There was freezing rain up above 8,000 feet. And then yesterday, the snow level initially dropped to about 7,300 feet, but then it was warm enough during the day to climb back up. Yesterday evening I went up South Ridge and Old Lookout Flat at 7,600 feet. There were a couple of inches of really slushy, patchy snow. That's obviously now frozen overnight, and then starting early this morning we had a fairly decent snowfall. It was falling heavily at one point. In Idlewild at 5,500 feet we accumulated about 4.5 inches. Currently at the Devil's Slide Trailhead at Humber Park there were about 7 inches of fresh snow, and up here at Saddle Junction there's about probably around 12. In addition to, there was kind of still an existing patchy couple of inches of snow. So depending on where around at this elevation, it's going to be somewhere between kind of 10 to 14 inches underfoot. Might be obvious that there are absolutely no tracks whatsoever. I'm not going to go into the details of all the closures at this point. There are frankly so many of them with the COVID-19 crisis. I thought that the statement on the website of the Mount Sinaceno State Park was pretty clear at this point, which indicates that they consider the trail system basically closed, other than for local residents who can walk to the trail system from their primary residence. And I think that's kind of pretty much where we're at this point. The county's closed all the trailheads. And like I say, I'm not going to run through everything that's closed. Idlewild's pretty much a ghost town at this point, and it's probably the way it needs to be. Of course, the challenge with nobody on the trails is breaking trail in these kind of conditions. The bulk of the storm is now forecast potentially to come today, and then maybe even more so tomorrow, Thursday. With at Idlewild elevation, like I say, we're currently maybe around 4 or 5 inches, perhaps another couple or 3 during the course of today. As you can probably tell, it's snowing lightly up here now, and then currently forecast for maybe as much as another 5 in town tomorrow. I had a really nice break in the clouds as I was hiking up. Some pretty good blue sky. I could see well above all the way to Marion Mountain. Over 10,000 feet. All the bush tops are still kind of visible above Strawberry Cienega, so that would imply that there's probably maybe no more than 2 feet of snow up there. I noticed that over at Long Valley it probably only picked up maybe 6 inches or so. I was up in the high country on Monday, and the cloud level was at 8,500 feet, so what little snow fell on Monday, the high country largely missed. It was also patchily above the snow level, the cloud level on yesterday, on Tuesday, and so it missed out a fair bit there. So currently, an elevation like this, 8,000 feet at Saddle Junction, we've actually got potentially twice as much snow as large parts of the high country have picked up. So current depths in most of the high country is probably around 2 feet, maybe somewhere high 20s, but under 30 inches. we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. And if anyone's out here, safe hiking.